The race birds are ready. We are ready. We have 6 laps of racing then here in Doha. It's the E1 series. It's our first final. This will decide the lanes for the final that will give us the positions for the Doha GP. We're ready to go. The clock is ticking down from 20 seconds. They want to cross the start line as soon as that clock ticks to 0 and not before, as we saw earlier on in the day. They start to get the race birds up and onto the foils. These unique, beautiful looking race birds are flying on the water. As we tick down to 0, we are racing, and that's a brilliant start from Sarah Price on the outside for Will Smith's Westbrook Racing. I cannot believe what we are seeing here. Could it be the Hollywood ending, or she just dips the right wing down into the water? All kinds of drama going on her inside. Brilliant start from Emma Kimiläinen, hugging the inside, but Sarah Price on the outside as Oban Duncan's going off into the marina. Sarah Price has cut across there. Oh, I tell you what, there's going to be the race director looking closely at this one, Shelley.
That was close. Look, we're changing lanes all over the place here, but great start for Brady on the inside, had the shortest lap and kept their pole position there.
Well, Westbrook Racing were on the outside, but somehow Sarah Price has taken it up into second. And look at that from Tom Schaap. He's up into third now. It wasn't to be off the start for him, so he's got third. At the back, Oban Duncan trying to square off. And look at this from Michelle Alobaidan. She has taken Tom Schaap around the outside. Brilliant from the Saudi pilot. Absolutely stunning racing. They've got the whitewash in front of him. Tom Schaap's going to dive for the inside now as he goes for that smart mark. Is Michelle going to stay on the course or go for the long lap? Well, she can't. You can't go for the long lap on the opening lap of the race. So Tom has reclaimed position in this first final.
This is changing all the time. It is neck and neck, foil to foil. Look at them fighting down here now. Oh, and he's got to take evasive action there. Michelle nearly missed the yellow mark then.
Well, she is in trouble, isn't she? And now Oban Duncan's going to come past. Sarah Price is leading this race briefly for Westbrook, but I've got some bad news for Will Smith, who is watching on from the dockside. We are being told that Westbrook Racing jumped the start, so Sarah Price has a jump start. She is second on the course, but unfortunately that will mean she'll have to take another long lap loop. That will most likely put her to the back of the field.
Oh, that is so disappointing. It looked like the perfect start, Gavin. I thought everyone was crossing it on the money.
It is so tight, so hard for us to tell from up here, isn't it? With camera angles and such like. On the water, Tom Brady's squad are leading with Emma Kimiläinen. Just done the perfect job, perfect start for her. She hugged the inside. Team Rafa are now second in the water with Tom Schaap. And then it's Will Smith's Westbrook Racing and Sarah Price in third. That's because Tom Schaap did the short lap, as did Emma Kimiläinen out front. This is Westbrook Racing taking one of their 2 long laps.
Yeah, that's very disappointing. But as we predicted, the Bradys, when they're in the lead, they take the short lap and gain it.
Can I just have a word for Oban Duncan? The under-19-year-old Brit is now in third place in this race, and she knows that the race bird behind has to take another long lap. So this will put her teammate, Olympic medalist Micah Wilkinson, in a great position later on for the final. Remember, this race decides the positions for the final, the grand final of the race weekend. And we're just seeing Westbrook go for the short lap now.
Yeah, they're trying to gain some time back because they've got 2 long laps, so they're probably going to do a long lap, short lap, long lap, just to get it all out of the way, because that's obviously put their team in turmoil. Oban Duncan is fighting back brilliantly. We saw at the beginning of the race she was slightly unstable, she was getting caught in all the turbulent water, but she's made a great recovery there.
Tom Schaap for Team Rafa going for the long lap loop now. Really good through the first of those smart marks, and then he'll dig the left wing in to power it back. This is going to be an interesting one. The merge zone between himself and Sarah Price. He's got to leave her some room, but just sneaks ahead in front of the American Dakar stage winner, Sarah Price. So she is dropped back, or stays, should I say, in third. Tom Schaap has now done his long and short laps. The question now is for Emma Kimiläinen. Has she got enough of a buffer in front of Tom Schaap? That's the big question.
This is really a tight course. As we see the water, we've explained before, the waves can actually come back off the wall and the pontoon and the other boats there. It's a very tactical course, this.
Yeah, it looks pristine, doesn't it? Look, the water, Sam Coleman, Emma's teammate, described it as a swimming pool yesterday, but once you get racing, different to qualifying, suddenly you get this wash and it bounces back off. Now you can see those beautiful hotels and apartment blocks that overlook the harbour here. Then that creates another element of drama. I think this is a really good move from Team Brady. They have called Emma Kymäläinen to come and do the long lap loop so that Tom Schaap behind and Team Rafa have no chance to eat up the water between themselves. This merge zone is going to be the crucial part in deciding the outcome of this race. Here we go to this next smart mark, and Emma Kymäläinen has stuck in ahead of Team Rafa. Brilliant for Brady.
She did actually have a 13-second lead there, so I would have hoped she would have done the long lap, which takes about 11 seconds, so good move. Because
you feel on the water that Tom Schaap possibly has the edge in terms of the lap time. But once you get ahead then, it puts him into the turbulent water and he's not able to do it. Looks very tight between Westbrook Racing and Team Drogba, and having done her 2 long laps, somehow, how has that happened? Oh, Sarah Price is ahead of Oban Duncan on the course. Don't forget, Oban still has a short lap, so she can still make up 10 seconds when she takes the short lap. There we go. She's going for the joker lane now, is she? On the inside, yeah.
Yes.
So she'll regain that position.
She's got to regain that position. With ease. Well done, Oban. Good strategic move there. Nicely called by their mission control.
Let's not forget, Team Drogba finished last at the opening round in Jeddah. What a difference a month makes, because now Oban Duncan is going to put her teammate and rookie debutant this weekend, Olympic medalist Michael Wilkinson, will be in the cockpit for the grand final when we decide the podium, we decide the trophies, and it could well be that Team Drogba could be challenging for the win. They have never won a GP before, nor have Team Rafa, who currently sit in second place in this race behind Team Brady. We are on our final lap now. So Emma Kymäläinen, if she just holds firm here ahead of Tom Schaap, it's job done, and Team Brady will have done it again. So much success, 3 Grand Prix wins last year, but they haven't had one for 2 races. I mean, that feels like a drought when we're talking about Team Brady. So much success, of course, for their team owner, NFL legend, and some call him the greatest of all time in the NFL with his 7 Super Bowl rings. And now some of that star magic, some of that success seems to be rubbing off on Team Brady. From pole, it looks like they're going to take victory in this first final.
Yeah, it's not so much of a swimming pool anymore either. On board here with Team Brady, you can see that the engine is just above level, so the engine is trimmed out. She's trying to get as much speed as she can as she takes these last corners on full throttle. The bottom one shows us the steering angle, so you can see how tight she's turning.
And then onto the boost she goes to get that racebird flying over the water. There's no prettier picture, I don't think, than to see an E1 racebird on its foils in the air. Unique sight in the world of motorsport. And Emma Kymäläinen just rounds that inside smart mark. And now she will head back towards the launch zone, back towards the marina, through all the expectant and watching faces along, and she is going to put her teammate Sam Coleman in prime position. As she takes victory in this race, they are lined up to challenge for victory later on this afternoon in our final race of the day. Emma Kymäläinen just drifting the racebird around the last couple of corners. This is stunning stuff indeed. Emma Kymäläinen for Team Brady, from the gridiron to the grand seas. Team Brady showing once again why it's a team that's built to win. The world champions win the opening final here. They will have pole position for the grand final. Team Rafa takes second place, so they've effectively moved up a spot. Oban Duncan for Didier Drogba's team is going to come home in third place. A brilliant performance from the young Brit. They'll line up in the middle for our grand final. Then it's going to be Westbrook Racing, Sarah Price coming home a really solid 4th place, and Aoki Racing, the championship leaders, are going to come home in 5th. But Danny Kloss showed earlier today from an outside lane just what is capable, and you'll have to keep an eye on him when he goes out in our final in a moment. But great scenes, wasn't it, there? And again, the start was where it all happened.